Now, after the events of this past weekend, we still have a lot of questions. Key among them, what exactly happened in Russia, and who's the real beneficiary of what happened? The Wall Street Journal is reporting that after Wagner's mutiny showed the unexpected fragility of Putin's regime, all the main players in Russia's worst political crisis in decades stayed out of sight, leaving Russians and the world to wonder whether the drama was really over. Now, despite all the unanswered questions, the Biden State Department is viewing the events as somewhat of a victory.
With respect to the activities over the weekend, obviously they were a significant step. It is certainly a new thing to see President Putin's leadership directly challenged. It is a new thing to see Yevgeny Prigozhin directly questioning the rationale for this war and calling out that the war has been conducted essentially based on a lie, which is something that we have said previously, but we certainly have not seen coming from Russian officials previously. Those are all significant steps.
Joining me now is Andrei Illarionov, a former senior policy advisor to Vladimir Putin and current senior fellow at the Center for Security Policy in the United States. Andrei, now, given your unique perspective, what do you think the mood in Moscow is tonight after what happened?
Fear. So the main mood for these first 24 hours was fear. On Putin's side, on Putin's entourage, and even based on Putin's latest announcement that he had made a few hours ago, it's very clearly he's still very much frightened. He's very much frightened by all these events, certainly by this so-called rebellion or mutiny by Prigozhin, but probably even more by the speed with which Prigozhin columns moved to Moscow. Almost 800 kilometers with 24 hours is probably the best, or at least the most impressive special military operation in the history of Russian forces over the last 3 decades. And by probably betrayal by many people from his entourage.
Now, I have to ask you a question about that, because one would think that Putin has a very tight lid on the people around him. He has a food tester. He has, you know that. You were in his presence. So doesn't he have that locked down? The closest aides are always going to protect him, and that circle goes out?
But it looks like many of them became silent, and they were silent for all this time of crisis. Some of them disappeared. Some of them...
The cabinet ministers, the Duma?
Yes, and some of them actually left Moscow. And what is absolutely unthinkable in the history of Russia, Putin himself called for help to whom? Leaders of Belarus, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkey. This is the first time in the history of Russia that leader of Turkey, Mr. Erdogan, has suggested mediation services to Putin to solve internal Russian political crisis. Never before. Never in history of Moscow Principality or Russian Tsardom or Russian Empire or the Soviet Union or Russian Federation that the leaders of Turkey would offer such services to the
showing weakness
Russian
on the part
leaders.
of Putin.
That's definitely, this is a very substantial public humiliation. This is a very strong blow to the public image of Mr. Putin.
Well, what does this say about the Ukraine situation as it stands now? Because we understand from some reporting, whether it's accurate or not, we don't know how accurate any of this reporting is. Just showing Ukrainian military videos is not necessarily telling us what's happening. They've mined a lot of the townships, we know that, and they still have quite a few forces in place. Is there real progress being made by Ukraine? Some say yes, some say it's not so fast.
Yeah, you know what is the most shocking or probably even scandalous in the whole story? That the report by David Ignatius from the Washington Post a couple of days ago, that he said publicly on the pages of this paper that White House told him that they told Ukrainians not to exploit this possibility of the crisis in Russia and not to attack Russian forces.
So I thought we wanted to.
That is why when you are showing this kind of victory on the part of the State Department, maybe that they have in mind, that they actually sideline it with Putin against Ukrainians. because
Biden?
Biden's, once again, the Biden administrations told Ukrainians not to explode this weakness of Putin's regime.
Well, maybe they don't want to create a bigger crisis with destabilizing Russia. That might not be a great outcome
this is the only
for
way.
Certain people.
No, but this is all. Yes, that's exactly. And the question would be, who's ally of the Biden administration in this war?
Who's running it? Who's really running it?
There's a lot of questions concerning what is the interest of the current administrations in this war, because we know that both are criminals. I mean, Prigozhin and Putin.
Yeah, both thugs.
Exactly.
All right, we got to run, but Andrei, come back, because this is going to be continuing, sadly, and it's good to see you. Спасибо большое.
Thank you.